Hi, I'm Danny with eTrailer, and today we're going to take a look at and I'm going to show you how to install the CURT Trailer Hitch on our 2025 Honda Odyssey. Minivans are great for going on trips with a lot of people, but with all those people packed in the car, there's not going to be a lot of space for luggage. So adding a hitch on is going to make the world of difference, so you can put on a myriad of different accessories back here, like a cargo carrier, even a trailer, or just a bike rack. The weight capacity of this hitch is going to be 3,500 pounds, and that's going to be the trailer plus whatever's inside of it. Now, the tongue weight is going to be 525 pounds, and that is the amount of weight pushing down on the hitch receiver in this direction. Now, do make sure to check your owner's manual and go by the lesser of all the numbers to make sure you're towing safely. It sits pretty well behind the bumper, and the crossbars are completely hidden behind the rear fascia, and it does have that nice shiny black finish. This hitch has a 5/8 inch pinhole that will need a 5/8 inch pin and clip. Now, these usually come with your accessory, but I would recommend upgrading to a locking pin and clip so you have that extra sense of security when you're leaving your accessory on the back of your vehicle. And the safety chain loops are pretty big, and they will accept a clevis style or an S-hook. Now I'll go ahead and give you a couple measurements you may need to know. So from the ground to the top of our hitch receiver opening is going to be about 13.5 inches. So that's going to be important to know if you have longer accessories back here and you're going up a steep hill and you want to make sure that doesn't bottom out. Now the next measurement here is from the center of our hitch pin to the outside of the bumper, and that's going to be 6 inches. And that's important to know if you have any folding accessories like a bike rack and you want to make sure that doesn't hit your bumper when you're folding that. If you decide to go with this hitch on your Odyssey, please let us know how it's helping out on your adventures in a review or comment. Now getting on to the installation, this is fairly easy. You will have to remove the entire rear fascia. So if that's something that's a little daunting, then please feel free to check out our dealer locator and we can find a professional in your area to install this for you. But if you want to do it yourself, then follow along and I'll show you how to do it. To start off this installation, I'm going to go ahead and take these mud flaps off on either side. So I got a tool like this just because it's a tight space, and I'm going to get these removed. Now, there's going to be 3 total screws here in the wheel well, and I'm taking my Allen head. This one's a lot further back. I'm going to get this one removed as well. So I got these 3 removed from the mud flap, and while I'm here, I'm going to get these 2 Allen head screws removed as well. These are securing the rear fascia on, so I'm going to get these removed. Now up under the vehicle, there is going to be 1 push pin fastener you're going to have to remove. I'm just using a flathead and a trim panel tool to make sure I don't break it. And with that removed, you can put your mud flap to the side. Now we'll go ahead and remove the rest of our push pin fasteners. There's going to be a total of 7 here. I'm going to start here, work my way to the passenger side. Over on the passenger side here, there's going to be 2 push pin fasteners securing this exhaust deflector, and we're going to get those removed as well. We're going to take the exhaust deflector and set it to the side. Back on the driver's side here, we are going to remove this panel. Now all the push pins are out, but there's just going to be 1 10mm bolt that is securing this in place. So we're going to remove this. And get this pulled out and set to the side. I went ahead and opened the rear hatch, and it's going to reveal 2 screws here that we're going to remove, and I got a 5mm Allen key. I'm just going to get these loosened up. We are now ready to remove our fascia here. So you're going to want to start in the wheel well, and you're going to want to pull out these clips, just working your way towards the rear of the vehicle. Now I'm going to do this on the other side. and I'm gonna grab some help to get this removed. Now we're not gonna pull it all the way off because there is gonna be some plugs that we're gonna have to unplug. So we're just gonna pop this the rest of the way and slide this down. And it looks like this model did not have any plugs on our bumper, so we lucked out. And now we can set this to the side. Looks like this styrofoam piece fell off when we removed the fascia, but I just put it back in place, and you can tape it down if it keeps falling off on you. We will be sliding our hitch up in this area, so the exhaust will be better if we lowered it down a little bit. So I got a strap here. I'm going to secure it to the vehicle. And I'll take these rubber isolators off, and this strap will support the weight of the exhaust. I'm gonna get some spray-on lubricant on this. You can use soapy water, but this is just gonna help get it loosened up. Now I went ahead and did the same thing on this front rubber isolator, and we can get this lowered down now. I got one of the bolts from our kit, and I'm just gonna run them through all these pre-threaded holes that are on the vehicle, just to make sure there's no debris or any hang-ups that we will have when we put the hitch on. Now I got Scott here helping me lift this hitch into place. I'm just gonna go up over the exhaust here and grab our hardware and get this started. We just got a couple hand tight here just so it's holding the hitch into place. Now we can get the rest in. Now I got the conical tooth washer, teeth facing the metal, so it'll bite in when we tighten it down. I'll go ahead and get these rest hand tight. And now I'll get these torqued down to the specs in the instructions. I'm using a 19mm socket for all these. If you don't have a torque wrench at home, you can rent one from your local auto parts store, or you could buy one from us at eTrailer. Go ahead and trim our fascia to fit where our hitch is. So how I found this is I got the center between our two push pin fastener holes, and which is about 16, so this is going to be about 8. And then I went ahead and went 5.5 and then 3.5. So you're also going to have to trim your underbody panel, and we're basically going to trim along this ridge here and get this piece removed. I'm going to go ahead and use an oscillator tool. You can use a pair of snips or even a knife, but I'm going to go ahead and get this cut out. Go ahead and get all the burrs cleaned up with a knife on both this piece and the rear fascia. You may want to test this on the vehicle before you put everything back in place, just to make sure you don't have to make any additional cuts. But once you got it fitting correctly, you can go ahead and replace everything the same way we took it off. And that was a look at our CURT trailer hitch on our 2025 Honda Odyssey.